Welcome back for the break, everyone. We are here looking to do a matchup that, despite my best efforts, we have not managed to avoid. EX9, bunch of new decks, and we end up with Royal Knights versus Adventures once again. But this was the only matchup we could do. Got a bunch of newbies in today, so this was kind of where the round 2 was at. And we're going to have Magnamon for the second turn in a row with the coolest of boys. I mean, a memory setter with the tie. And in credit where credit's due, this is not just normal adventure. This is adventure that ends on a very silly green top end. So yeah, it's a little bit silly. 1, 2, 3. Lost Guardian. Unless we're going to pick up the Omni X, that makes sense. Gain back the memory, and then we're just going to do it again, and it is going to end up casting more. And we get the Royal Knight and the Cool Boy, so double hit on the second one. Do we push up? No. Palmon, pitch to draw. I think we're like maxed out on the green cards, and I mean both these decks love to reduce play cost. Do we want to do anything more than that? I mean, Promo Gallant can't reduce its own play cost, but I mean we have enough now for the Drazzle to send it in. Rush Body is going to hit a Zeph Ace in security, one of the many green cards that are going to be on top of these. And we're going to purge for 6. Draw 1. Load 1. Gain 3, but not enough. Alright, we're actually going to try and play the game now. We're going to swing, draw with the tie, hit the Lord Knight. And we are going to add back the Goma. They have a floodgate in this adventure, so I'm kind of, well, I mean, I guess it's two-sided, so you don't want to reduce your own, stop yourself from reducing your own play costs, but I mean, it gets something done, surely. Not up to a 5 yet, so these Archaeology Uniteds aren't going to do anything, and none of the level 6s are tagged adventure, so you can't float into those. You'll be floating into more 5s. Ganku though. Gain back the memory, get to keep, and out comes Oryuken. Get the Shrink Ray down from the heavens. And that's what we're going to purge out Magnamon. So I'm going to swing that bad boy in. Hits a tie, gains the 3. Cute little use of the purge. We've kind of domain expansion. He could suspend his own bodies with Medieval Galamon. That would be something. He could also play a very expensive Cool Boy. I don't hate that. I also wouldn't have hated if he just slammed another Royal Knight. I mean, he's already gone through his 2 Magnamons, so probably wouldn't have been able to do that. But if he had another Magnamon, just slam that for like 4 and it got 4 guys back under the big tree, would have been sick. Reduce the cost by 1. We're going to have the Veemon is going to find the Mega Terriermon, so we actually do have some things that we can do something with. Spin the tie into the Bergermon into the Megadramon. Going to get Mega Terriermon even. Get the suspension on the Oryuken. We don't quite have the... I mean, the Lilymon's going to... You're going to gain back some of that memory with it, but instead we're just going to go Medieval Galamon, suspend, and then pop Overflow. And then... I mean, you could evolve Ikaku and then evolve Lilymon. And that presents you a level 5 for your Archaeology United. I think I prefer that than slamming the Lilymon. I mean, it's also extra card draw, but let's up going to pitch the Ikaku. And then go into the Toge. Toge into the Lily is going to spin the Ganku just to get rid of him. So Magnamon makes it out of the war unscathed. I'm actually kind of surprised that with all the removal that happened, we didn't see the Cool Boy, but I guess we drew a mecha for turn, so like the guy actually shows up late to the party. Turns out there was a house fire. And I mean, playing the Knights, you're gonna have to play a guy that does removal. Speaking of, there's your removal. Came back 2 off the Cool Boy. Did he miss the double draw? He's gained back the memory. Chat, I think we forgot to double draw. I think we're using Cool Boy only for memory. Either way, we get the the raid piercing check to find another Archives United, but can't actually float into, well, chose not to float into anything. Source Strip, and then the Omnimon can't suspend, which is cute. It does hit the Royal Knights of the Purge, which is a bit unfortunate. And then... do you want to do anything with that? Problem is you can't suspend the body, but you can still Zudo it. But instead we're going to go Garudamon just to pass. And now... annoyingly, the Omnimon can still, of course, end of turn unsuspend. 13 cards in trash. And it looks like 4 on the side of Royal Knights. And this we are going to use the Last Guardian to keep the Omnimon alive. Ooh. He could just slam... no, because it doesn't have Rush. He would need to have loaded the body, and we can't suspend the Omnimon. So we're going to purge out Magna and then pop both. That's clever. Uh-oh, actually, is it? Are you in trouble? You in danger? Yep, there comes the Mega Terriermon, and then crack the second one. There comes the Lilymon. Everything else closes, and then you get to spin that. So, big overflow. Damn, he kind of got his ass. I'm not going to lie. Going to get the recursion as well on the egg, and then this is everything. Active draw raising. Start of main, go to 10, and there's the Tento. Ooh. So here comes the Dinomon. They're going to be the suspend and pop. So we do get the draw. And then we can Cool Boy if we so wish. Double Omeka. Well, suspend. Pop the Omeka. That's unfortunate. Swing. Alliance draw. Can still block. I guess the good thing is Medieval Gallantmon does stop the... Medieval Gallantmon does stop the Omekas actually getting anything done. Oh yeah, Digimon did get played, so that did try and proc it. So now that means the Omni X actually does get caught under it. We've gotten through all the delay options. Man, that Crimson mode really did cost him a lot, but... Omnimon coming out could still be game ending. The head captain of the 13 court guard squads does come down. And we can get a Gallantmon out of that as well. So, well, never mind. It's loading with the GX. Gonna get the deletion. Gonna get the clear the bot deck as well. And that's gonna be enough to close out game 1. We're between games, and that means you know it's time to say thank you to everyone that's hit the join button, all of our members that support the channel, so I can do what I can try and do as best to daily as I can. We've got the Mega Justice Josh, an Ultimate here on YouTube, a tier 3 on Twitch. Then for our Ultimate, it's the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the 6, 3 Strike Cool, Brad, King of Knights on the left, Stephen Holdren, and Sacred Armour. And for our champion, Shinikari, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solo Ouroboros, Andy Fing, Squid Eater, Benji Gibber, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, Tomato FGC, Donkey, Orphos, Magna Crag and Security, Kava, and Pap with Stephen Holdren. There's Matthew Bowen in the Ultimate team. My fault. And thank you to everyone that has rejoined the memberships. I know some people don't have it as a recurring subscription, so I appreciate it. If you realize that you don't have access to your ad-free stuff anymore, just double check that you're still a member. Passing over forward, the memory setter feels like a lot, but I mean, Omekamon and nothing loaded off of the Purge. There we go. Gankumon loaded off of the Purge is pretty rough. Hitting Last Guardian, not ideal, but it doesn't get much done. And until the Omnimon X actually comes down, it's not really doing too much. Chooses to swing over the rookie, which obviously does add it back. And we're in a pretty rough situation, in all honesty. Just choosing to load the Oryukin just to keep it safe and out of harm's way. Low roll hand. Was a mulligan as well. Toge into Lily. Gets the suspension, the spin, and the Medieval Gallantmon to stop him from being able to play anything to board. Gonna play the Oryuken. Did have a second one, so gets that loaded. And is able to keep turn doing it. Purge, Oryuken, Fire Rocket? Send it. Do it. Fire Rocket for 1. He's gonna swing in for 2 checks. Does hit the Tamer. Of course, gains 6 memory. You can just afford to play an Omeka, and then you could open pass, but we're actually just gonna Medieval to play for 7, pushes it down, so Lilymon is not real and cannot hurt you. The unfortunate thing is a regular Eventualist I think actually would cook this board because you'd be able to use the Zudos as well, but because we need to be able to evolve into green top end like the Medievals, like the other things, you can't really do anything with... Do we not lose 6 memory? Did we troll? Yeah, okay, there we go. We reckon... Je ne sais pas. I am in the confusion vortex. Is it a you may gain memory? Either way, not gaining the memory has Omega cooked us. We have been Omega cooked by swinging in. I mean, swinging in also was completely optional. Didn't need to do it. So, could have cleared the board without having to deal with that. We're going to instead just have the Omni X come down, which is going to bot deck the Medieval. And then we get to float into a Ikaku, which is going to stop it from being able to suspend. So we can't block this turn. And we do have 3 bodies, which would be like close to lethal. Oh, actually, no, this should just be lethal because you can just swing. You've got Rush on the things that are played with the brothers. Easy Garuda. We can have Alliance. Down comes Toge. Alliance goes in for the 2. Gets to go into the Mega Kabu Terriermon. Gets the suspension. I thought it couldn't suspend. Either way, doesn't matter. Maybe I don't know what Ikaku does. No, it's going to be 2 checks, 3 checks, and then it's going to be the last. So, a game 3 on the cards. A little bit messy at the end of game 2.
Matrix Digivolution.
Join the members! Howdy gang, it's, you know, May, and I'm finally done that thing I said I would do in February, which is give you a 2025. Please consider subscribing and all that. We've started to go up really, really far. Really happy to be still that biggest English-speaking European Digimon content creator, and I'm always eternally thankful for that. Yeah, we do a bunch of different things. The podcast, which a lot of people really like. We also do some game shows, and we've gotten to start doing some history videos with the How Good Was Shoutmon, and we plan on doing many, many more. But just wanted to give you kind of like a little bit more of an updated look for your reminder to try and always like and subscribe the video if you can. And if you do feel like leaving us a comment, even if it's just like a short one, it goes a really long way to supporting the channel. But again, the best way to support the channel is to join the members or use Twitch Prime on Twitch. You can get free ad-free Twitch streams there, but you can get ad-free content here on YouTube for as little as £1 a month by pressing the join button. And if you are a champion, you get some extra bonuses for that as well. Rookies and Ultimates, we're still trying to figure out a couple more things that we can do to best support you. Like if you do get to see us in the UK at an event, I'll always have some extra bonus sleeves that are available for our rookies and above there, and we'll try and sort out eventually something for our international viewers. But just wanted to say a big thank you to everyone that has been a member. I know I don't always get to shout you out, but I do cherish every single one of you, and to join the Discord as well, so we can get extra benefits for you there whilst you're in the Discord, access to some extra channels. But yeah, thank you for 3 years of Digimon support now, and helping me do what I do daily. I really appreciate it, and thanks for watching. And I want to say a thank you to all of our rookies: Greatness Being Balfi, Bonsai Beard, Turtle Sovereign, Samuel Larson, Marcio, Mr. Wicken, Wallendorf, La Ott, and Nick Bunn. And thank you to all of our Digi Eggs. You can join the channel for as little as £1 a month. Join this list of names on screen. May not be able to be as early as Jambo, but our newest rookies, newest Digi Eggs have even been here for quite a while actually now, which is great. Appreciate all of you. We're going to hatch the big tree and open up with Jessmon to get the King of Games summoned as a token. Rookie, and then draw 2 with Our Courage United. And then just going to go for the Veemon. Searches 3 does double hit. We do lose one of the ties, and we are going to pass over 4. I wouldn't hate just sending the rookie in. Especially, oh, well, not the rookie, the token, which does hit the tamer, which is obviously very unfortunate. Add the card back, gain the memory, passes to 3. We're looking alright. It looks like we're going to stay in the back for now. Into Toge, into Mega Terriermon, suspends the token. There's no piercing on this. It looks like we're going to go for the Toge into Lily, and suspend and bot decks the token. Kind of committed that a little bit early. I think I would have preferred to see it saved for when we actually have a Royal Knight worth spinning. Eyes are going to have to be a little bit more careful with these Oryukens. We've seen that these Ace Overflows are absolutely being paid. That, and I don't think he has enough reduction to be able to keep turn. Never mind. With the Cool Boy, is still able to do it. Gets the minus, and we're not going to see Arcourage United to float into anything else. So it's just going to be Royal Knights of the Purge to load Gallantmon. And gain back the memory, passing to the Setter. He's still going to stay in the back. I think he's trying to stay... Well, maybe trying to play around Medieval, but looks like we're going to go wide anyway. Speaking of Medieval, to the bot deck it goes. And 2 memory, we can try and 1 choke, and we're going to do just that with Arcourage United. Chooses not to swing or anything like that, which is kind of interesting. I feel like you could have maybe bum rushed him for 2 checks, put him down to 3 security. I guess maybe you could worry about having to deal with the Tamer, but some of these rookies are not going to make it back to you, as we are going to get the pop. Oh wow, it pops an 8k. So Mega Terriermon just going to die there, and it looks like Arcourage United is not going to proc. Use the Royal Knights of the Purge. Out comes Gallantmon. Swing him in. And we actually don't have the... you don't have 2 colors, so we actually can't get anything out of the Fire Rocker there, which is quite funny. Speaking of Purge, load up Omnimon. He certainly can. So next turn, we're looking at 4 damage. I mean, next turn, we're looking at actually lethal if we can't get rid of this token. Gonna see both Tamers down. Reduce the cost. Or no? You need to commit a 5. Like, we do need to see a 5 stick, and we do need to see it threatened. We're going to have the tie so we can draw 1. Tamer is going to get the block, and it's going to be spin the tie to get the Bergermon out. Bergermon into Mega Terriermon, and that gets the suspension on Jesmon. And then, are we going to see Zeph Ace? Okay, we're going to have the Bergermon make Garudamon. Gain the DP, and then you're going to try and punch over it, maybe? Yeah, looks like we're going to try and punch over the Jesmon. Just not respecting Crimson Ace. Didn't get rid of the token, though, so I think what... I was going to say, I think he hasn't respected the lethal line. No, yeah, he hasn't actually respected the lethal line. He basically has to clear the token. It looks like we're going to have the on-play to attempt to clear. When it would leave, we're going to go into the Mega Terriermon, which does get the double suspension, which actually takes the damage off the table, which is big. And then end of turn gets to attack with the Omni X. Kind of surprised we didn't do that with Purge, but looks like we're going to swing, have the block come through, and that allows us to add back a Mega Terriermon. Kind of surprised it wasn't the Lilymon, in all honesty. We do get the Toge to come through. No, there we go. Palmon, reduce the cost. Pitch to draw 2. Now this should be Toge or Bergermon make... Well, make a level 5. I'm going to go to 0, evolve into Mega Terriermon, nothing to suspend. Which is again why I'm surprised that we didn't see the Lilymon returned back. Swing Alliance to just punch through it. And then we're going to go into Dinomon in order to attempt to clear it. And choosing not to protect it with the Last Guardian. I guess because it would just end up under Yggdrasil anyway, so might as well just take it, get your free Omecamon, which technically can swing during this turn. And it looks like we're actually going to try and go for the Omnimon rather than go for Purge Omni X, which is quite surprising. The reason this works is because the Omni-X and the Oryuken also allow you to attack at end of turn. So you can actually play this as a really, really like late line. We're going to get the bot deck. Going to get the attempted deletion with the Jesmon. We do get to Fortitude back down, which is pretty cute. And then now we get to Our Courage United. Get the double suspend on... okay, get the single suspend on Oryuken Ace. And then we just have to threaten it. Gonna have the Fire Rocket swing in for the 2 checks, and there comes Zeph, which is gonna get the suspension, gonna get the bot deck, and does get the memory. We still are gonna take the 2 checks, and we are going to swing to try and close out. Here's gonna be the block, which would overflow us back, which means the Rush Gallantmon can take the game. So if you did like what you saw and you do want to see more, hopefully BT22 isn't going to be a repeat of seeing this matchup. Might take a break from it, but either way, take a look at our Discord if you haven't joined it already. If today's your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.